To order. We do have a quorum this morning. First off, what I'd like to do is introduce our new treasurer. Deb, will you stand up? Yay! This is Deb Harwell, and she has hit the ground running. She's already doing a fabulous job.
Thanks, Deb. You're welcome. Thank you.
First order of business, do I hear a motion to approve the May 12th minutes?
I would make a motion.
Do I hear a second? Second. Okay. Who's that? Judy and Pam. Okay. Okay, this is awkward. Today's discussion is, we're going to have some information from Norma in a little bit. Can you hear me okay doing it this way? Okay. Regarding the bylaws, we've been working on the bylaws. We did get approval, did the first round. What happened with the first round, which have been in there for a month or so now, was the rec center had certain criteria that was going to be mandatory or verbatim, so we could not do any changes on that. So we basically lifted information off of our old bylaws that we could have and put them in place. They didn't want us to change anything at that time, just simply to merge the documents, which we did. So since then, Norma and her team, and she'll introduce them in a little bit, have been working diligently on them, and I'll let her tell you where we are with the status of it after just a bit. We got some good news. Both the monitor desk and the back fence are done. There was no charge for the back fence, thanks to the rest center. And, let me get my figures here. The monitor station, we got a lower bid at last minute, which was fantastic. So we are going to have some money returned, the amount of $5,377.93. I'm so happy about that. No, Carl and the construction team did a great job getting all that done and getting us open early. It was fantastic. Okay, so we're going to start out with the treasurer report with Deb. And just to let you know, this is Deb and this is Debbie. So we're working really hard on and making that happen here.
Okay. I'm still getting used to QuickBooks. It's a little different version than I had for my businesses, and things are entered a little bit differently based upon where the funds are allocated to and where the funds are allocated from. For instance, a margin bill is not just a margin bill, it's a portion that goes to clay, a portion that goes to glaze, a portion that goes to repair parts and stuff, and I'm learning all the specifics about that, and it wouldn't be as hard other than our books have to match what the rec center wants submitted at the end of the year. So that's a bit of a learning curve for me, and I'm working hard at it. But you know, so if you're looking for a check, give me a minute or two. But I'm working diligently and trying to get things set up so that I understand exactly how the club works and how that correlates to what the rec center wants also. So that's kind of my struggle at the moment, but you know, I'm up at 5 and just looking at it, scrolling around, trying to figure it out. So it's going well. So all I have today to report is like our current assets. So the Clay Club checking account has $3,894.70. The equipment savings is $47,294.76. And the operating savings is $7,504.22. Total bank accounts equal $58,693.68. That's all I know. Thank you.
And we will have a more detailed report going forward. As you know, Deb just kind of stepped into this and she's working on getting that together. But the numbers that she does have will be posted.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, next is membership and lockers.
As of right now, we have 344 members. We have 4 new members joining on the 12th with a new class led by Noreen. I really want to stress the importance of checking in and checking out. I gave everyone a gift that for the committees of people at the beginning of the year who were just forgetting and it wasn't maybe working quite correctly. Everybody who checked in, which was 75 to 80 people, that I gave them an hour. If they checked in, I checked them out an hour later. So that was my gift to you up until now, and now it's your responsibility to do it yourself and remember. I want to also let you know how important it is for the committees to be accurate so that Merle and I and Debbie, yeah, the members can all,
So just for committee members.
yeah, the committee members to be accurate in each committee, of the committee leads to let us know. And if you're in doubt of your monitor and service hours, just go, there's a book that tells you your service hours, your monitoring, and it's pretty much up to date within a couple weeks. So if you've done monitoring after that, then it maybe won't be on there.
And it's online too, right?
Yes,
Oh.
I think so.
Yes, it is online.
On the website?
Which would be where?
It's on the club website, and, it's on the homepage.
Okay,
It might say reports, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
okay.
And so you can go check it anytime you want.
And there's also the video on how to monitor when you go to sign up. It's down there on the first.
And that does need to be
Paragraph.
updated since the new monitor station, and I haven't done that yet.
Well, it's learning progress here right now. So, anyway, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Laura. Okay, next we have education, and that's gonna be Norma and Ms. Farley speaking to something.
No, you want me to, okay. Yeah, we sort of, Arlie and I sort of share this for the time being. We have had, we have 4 new people, like they said, coming in for beginning hand building. Our list, compared to what everybody thinks, is down to 55 people. And still, a lot of them are all snowbirds. So we have caught up with only having 2 teachers this summer. Noreen and Linda have really done due diligence to get these new people in if they want. Arlie has been working very hard still with Michelle on bringing in the outside teachers that we have coming and setting up classes with our people who are coming back, like Marcy and her butter dishes, and I can't name them all, but anyway, there's a flower lady coming and so forth. Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say anything?
No, other than I would say that we've got 52 people sign up last month.
I'll do it.
Stay here,
Stay here.
I was just gonna say that we have 52 people sign up for classes last month, which is more than we've ever had. And then we've already had a whole bunch signing up this month, so we're doing great.
That's it. That's it. Whose turn?
Yep.
I'm going to give to Mike, to Pat Krill. Would you want to come up here and she can talk about our social events coming up?
We have 3 more social events this calendar year. Next Tuesday is breakfast at Tiffany's. No. Breakfast at Dick Lee's. So please sign up if you're planning to come. The menu will be fruit and breakfast casseroles at 9 o'clock next Tuesday. In October, we will be doing our lowdown at the hoedown. served by your happy hoes. And, and that will be, we'll provide beer and wine and ask for each of you to bring an hors d'oeuvre. So it will be an hors d'oeuvre potluck. And it will be here in the club and in the courtyard here. We had originally planned to do it at Kuntz, but we thought that we would just be finishing the monitor station and that it would be sort of our grand reopening, and surprise, it got done early. So we had to make those changes, so we'll be here and in the club. And then December 4th is the Christmas holiday party, and it will be catered by Sharpos like it has in the past. And there will be all sorts of fun things for you to do. But there's only one thing I would like you to do in the next couple of months. We are going to collect underwear and donate it. New underwear. And clean new underwear. And what we're going to do is find the funniest underwear you can find. And we're going to ask you to bring it wrapped. And then Santa's going to give us all a package that we're going to open to just have some laughs. And then we will collect it all back and give it to a homeless shelter. So, for example, what I found was thong underwear in a size that is a lime green lace in a size 4X. So if you can find something funny, whether it's a bit on the racy side or whether it's cutesy for children, but we want undergarments. So it could be a bra, it could be panties, it could be boxers. Use your imagination, but undergarments. So it'll sort of be a fun activity that we'll be donating to the community. Are there any, and some other fun activities that evening as well. So, but that's the one that you might want to think about as you're out and about.
We're afraid she'd make us wear them.
Then they wouldn't be clean.
Where is that?
And that one is at Palm Ridge on December 4th, the first Sunday in December. Any questions for the social committee? Yes?
What's the date of the October?
October 20. Anything else?
What time is that?
Is that 4 o'clock?
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
There will be signups after the breakfast at Dick Lee's, so it's not too confusing. So there will be signups forthcoming with more of the details about the hoedown.
And the breakfast is for members only, but for the lowdown at the hoedown, you can bring a guest, and you're going to put a deposit in an envelope. And if you bring a guest, we would ask you to put their registration in a separate envelope because they paid to come. Okay, and makes it a bit more difficult when you put one check for the two of you, because then we have to cash the check, get the cash to pay you half of it back. So one envelope per person with a separate check or cash for each person.
$7.
Thank you. I have to look at my committee members, $7.
Look at me.
Any other questions? Okay, sign up for the breakfast today before you leave. Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
Pat, you forgot to mention the pajamas.
Oh, yes. On Tuesday, you have to wear your pajamas. It's a come as you are party. So however you looked when you got out of bed, well. Let's clean it up a little bit.
Brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. You don't have to comb your hair, and be decent. And everyone who comes wearing their pajamas will get a special treat.
I want to know what the main prize is.
The main prize?
It's secret.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Pat.
The
That was
lime
great.
green underwear.
And we're also working on a moonshine recipe for the hoedown.
Okay, Deb, can you give us updates on the kiln and glaze?
Sure. Kiln team is doing really well. They were kind of surprised actually at the not so overwhelming bunch of stuff that came in, so they were kind of concerned, but that worked out really well, so they're doing good. Just be respectful of how many things you put on the shelves, because we do have 300 and some members that like their things gone through the kiln. Glazing came in and worked on all the buckets and got those refurbished and refreshed for the opening. My maintenance team guys are doing a wonderful job. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, they've gone around and fixed all the hinges in the lockers. They redid the carts. They power washed to their little bony fingers were probably hot to the death there, Tom. Thank you. And Mike's just been crazy diligent and putting wheels, and he's just, their whole team is just wonderful. So thank you, my maintenance team.
Just a little extra. Okay, next up, I want to talk a little bit about IT. Linda Connell, bless her heart, has brought us a long way and is working diligently with Arlie on some other items for IT. She is looking for anybody who has any interest in IT. If you've got experience, fantastic. If you don't, even if you want to do some data input or have interest in learning about it, she's willing to work with you and train. We're trying to simplify things so that once we get up and running completely, that it's easy to maintain and that people can just step in and learn how to do what needs to be done. So if you have any interest in that, or you know anybody who does, please let me know or Linda Connell, so that we can just kind of beef that team up a little bit. We do have a few people like Suzanne Taus, or is it Tosi?
Tosi, yeah.
Sorry, Suzanne. who's assisting, and Merle is helping out, so we'd love to have more people if you have that interest. Now, I'm gonna ask Betty to come up and let us know what's going on with Wednesday mornings. Look how excited she is. Give a hand for Betty.
I don't need a microphone.
No, you don't.
I had a birthday this week.
Happy birthday.
I didn't believe I'd ever make it. We're gonna start the Wednesday morning fun, new name, on October 5th. And we're gonna do it every other Wednesday morning. In the Dick Lee, I met with the education committee, so we didn't duplicate anything with regard to what classes they may be having and or demos. And I've asked a few people to do some things which everybody has all agreed. And we're just gonna start out with some Christmassy stuff like angels, nativities, ornaments, luminaries. Roger's gonna do the small river boats, and it's a demo type thing, then we work at it. If you have any interest at all of doing one of these little demos, please get with me. We can meet some more people and some more ideas after the first of the year to start. And we'll start at 8, meaning that if you get there at 9, it's okay too. We'll have the Dick Lee till noon. And I think working with education, we've kind of enhanced it a little bit, don't you, Arlie? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I need demoers for, you like that word, demoers? I didn't learn that in college. For the new year, I'll need that for the list. And again, every other week, Please encourage your students and/or you see newbies around. Please encourage them to come. It's free. We got a lot of people there that are very versed on clay procedures, which they are not. I know when I walked in after I first came here 15 years ago, and I walked into the studio, I was so intimidated, didn't know where to go, what to do. Encourage them to come to Wednesday morning, okay? If they, I mean, you help them too, but you encourage them to come to Wednesday. Does anybody have any questions?
Is there a limit, or do we have to sign up ahead of time?
No, ma'am.
With that?
We've never had a problem with it, we've had some pretty good, 15, 20 people, but we make accommodations.
Yeah.
Now, I don't wanna start signups, I don't wanna start it to look like it's a class. And when you do signups, it's a class.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Thank you.
The whole purpose, does anybody know what the whole purpose is?
Fun.
To have fun. Number one.
And I will say, I got to be a part of that, and it is really fun, and I'm remedial, so any of you new people out there, don't be intimidated. Come down, because Betty and Sue and everybody else who is there is really helpful.
And Sue Freeze has been my co-chair, more or less, not that we don't wanna say chair, but co-partner. Yes.
I think Betty deserves a happy birthday song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, thank you. Happy birthday, dear Betty. Happy birthday to you.
I think this is a perfect time to mention too that Debbie and the social committee, we have gotten a few notes that say, let's celebrate monthly birthdays. And I think that's a fabulous idea, so our social committee is gonna take off
I
with
really
that.
like that idea. Everybody has a birthday.
Hopefully.
Fortunately. What's the alternative?
Okay, I had a couple of things I wanted to mention that were in our suggestion box, of which we will get it back out there very soon here. One was putting the sliding drawers underneath the counter, underneath the sink in the hand building area.
Oh, I love that.
We can thank Mike for that.
Thank you.
They're beautiful, thank you, Mike.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, me too.
I know, I got so excited.
I know, I did too. I know it sounds stupid.
And somebody requested that the closet, the wet closets were cleaned, and that all got taken care of with our wonderful cleaning crew who came in and worked so diligently to get that done. And then there was some confusion about the right way to leave the gate locked or unlocked. With the new bars that we have around the top, as long as the padlock is off, that should be fine. There's a sign, Debbie put new signs on the outside and on the inside of the gate. So if you need to drive up and unload your car, you can certainly do that. Give the monitor a call, she can run out and unlock it for you, or someone in the club will. So just know that you're free to use that gate as you'd like to. Okay, and there were lots of questions on the filters in the club recently, and I've had some pretty extensive talks with our facilities people, and actually referred one person onto our head maintenance guy. But some of our filters, you look at the outside of them and they look a little brown or fuzzy or whatever. That's not the main filter. That's catching the first part of the dust and crud that's coming in. And yes, they have to clean or repair those occasionally. But what they do every month is we have 2 other filters. And once COVID hit, we went with the same kind of filters that they're using in all the hospitals. So you can't really get a whole lot more purification in a clay club than that. And those are inside, they're not something that we see. And they've been instructed now through facilities when they put them in to put the date on them. So they're to be changed every month, those 2 inside filters.
In the furnace?
Yeah, in those big filters up above, like above the monitor desk, and there are a few of them out and around the club. Okay, and I think that's just about it from our suggestion box. Other things were just personal things that we got taken care of. So next, we have VP reports. Debbie?
I think I'm good. You're good?
Actually, I'm good on VP reports, but I do wanna thank Lynn. She worked so hard at getting this club open. She was here all day long, all evening, and she made it happen, and she did a great job. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Lori.
Okay, and unfinished business that is finished now is the security and the patio fencing. And I am going to make note down below our security cameras, because I have not heard back from the rec center for a while on that, so it might be time to just remind them. And, more good news, IRS tax issue is taken care of. Thank you, Margie, for your diligence. This saved us $2,400 by Margie staying with it. So there's a very serious Okay, and then we are planning to have an auction in October. I don't know exactly the specific items that we're gonna auction off yet. That'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. We may do it in phases, do a few things, in October and then some more in November. We'll just kind of see how that all plays out. Okay, and online signups. I'm hearing that they're going really well and that we're able to sign up for classes. We've had a great number of people signing up for classes, monitoring, Kiln, all of that good stuff. Does anybody have any feedback on it they'd like to give us? Positive or negative or improvements you'd like to see?
It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's just wonderful.
It's good?
Working good.
I just want to let people know that if you are confused about how to sign up, you can also sign up right here, right in the club.
Yeah.
And the monitor can help you, or someone else, you can just say, can anyone help me with signing up? So you don't have to be home
it's
and
pretty
all that other stuff. You can do it right from here if you want to.
Great, no, it's good to hear that it's working well. If you do come up with anything that you think might enhance it, that makes it easier for everybody to use, let me know. We'll see what we can do.
I do have one thing. It's real important that your email is correct in there, because otherwise you can't cancel, you can't do anything. So make sure it's the one that's in the club record.
Okay, nominating committee status. Our nominating committee of 5 are working diligently. Pam, do you have anything to add to that? You want to give a status or anything?
No, we've met a couple times and, have some names. If anybody is interested in any of the positions, we're trying to have 2 names on each position. So you'll have a choice, and anyway, we have a few people that are stepping up, but if anybody is interested, it's president, first vice president, second vice president, secretary, and treasurer. So Sue Freeze, Margie Cantrell, Carrie Taylor, myself, and Deb Harwell are the committee. So please contact us if you're interested in any of those positions. We're working really hard at it, and we're hoping to have a good slate.
Thank you.
Well, since we like our existing board so much, are they all gonna stay for next year? Are their names all on the list?
Some of us are staying, well, not staying. We have to run just like anybody else. We have to put our little flip out about who we are, and we will be on the ballot with everybody else. So members get to vote for whoever they want.
So when will they put out some names?
In October, at the October meeting, we will have hopefully pictures of everybody that's on the ballot and a short bio. saying what their qualifications or what their strengths are or whatever. And, cause sometimes you might know a face, but you don't know the name to go with it. So this will give you an idea of who's running and what they're all about.
Anything else? Thank you, Pam. Okay. Pam is going to give us a little bit of information on our bylaw update.
Okay, I was asked to be chair of the committee by somebody, and the committee that I had was Leslie Scuderi, right? I said it right? And Rob, he's hiding somewhere. Rob Upton in the back. And we made, I thought, a very good team. We met a few times once we got the final results from the rec center, right? Because they put so many limitations on us as such. They want all the clubs and the charter clubs to be somewhat the same. And so they let us know which sections and articles were mandated so that all the clubs have to do it. We could not change them, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we worked on the ones that pertain to us and that we could, make us what we are, our club, because no clubs are the same. Excuse me. So anyway, we worked very hard on it. Yesterday we presented it, Robin, Leslie, I presented it to the board, even though I'm a part of it, still presented it to the board, which is the first step. They approved with a couple changes I had to make. And then Lynn said, oh, just write Casey, sent it to her and said, can we have it by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning? As a joke, right? Well, guess what? They're working on it. They acknowledged it this morning that they got it. They are working on it. So hopefully we will have it within the next couple of weeks. And then once we do that, it will go out electronically to everybody.
I think we'll have an answer in today or tomorrow.
Oh, she's thinking an answer today or tomorrow. We're sort of pushy. But Casey's working with us too to make sure we did it properly. So once we do that, so within a couple of weeks or a week even, we'll send electronically to everybody all the amendments. And the amendments are written such that this is what's current in the bylaws. This is what we proposed. So everyone, and they're on a separate sheet of paper because that's the way it was. When the time comes to vote, each one will be voted on separately and individually. It's not a whole deal or a package deal. So if you like something and don't like something else, then you can vote that way. If we got 100%, it would be wonderful, but I'm sure we won't. But it's always there. We always can hope. We've had a good group, and we've done a lot of work in the last, I can't even tell you the hours we have spent. So hopefully, except for Margie, she would know how many hours were spent, but she's not here, since she did the last one. But anyway, I think we're doing good. We've moved forward. We should have an answer. We'll be able to have the slate up so everybody will also know what's all involved. And then, of course, it will be in the book at the monitor station. And as soon as they approve, I will put a hard copy and just put it on the bulletin board. So you can flip through it, but please don't take it off. Let everybody look. But you will get it electronically. Okay? Questions?
Good job.
Yes, Rob? My own member has a question. Yes.
Probably 80% or 85% of the bylaws were mandated by the rec center. So what you will be seeing is the remainder, that we had some say in what was in there. So it's not the full bylaws.
Well, we pushed a couple buttons because they said we couldn't do it, and we said, yeah, but we have to have it. So we'll see if they come through or not. We're just waiting for their approval. We're a little forward that way, but that's okay. It's good for the club. It needs to be in there. That's all. Okay, done.
Thanks, Norma. Thanks, Leslie. We appreciate all your hard work. And really, I think all of them sound really good. I don't think it's out of question to see them all pass. If they don't, then there's a reason they're not. So thanks for all your hard work. Okay, and in kind of closing here before we get to general comments, I just want to put that little note out there. We talked about just before summer hit, let's just be mindful of how we talk about others and in a non-harassing way and just kindness. And people, we all come from all different walks of life. We all have different beliefs. And if you feel real strong that you have to get that belief out, just go outside and have that conversation and then come back in. So just be mindful, just be kind, and let's go forward and have fun. Any comments? No comments? Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Pat? and Mary Ann. Meeting adjourned.